Hello everyone, welcome back to That Catholic Games Who Plays. This is the police. There, like last time, or the previous episode before that, there was a cutscene right after the end of day. So I'm going to insert that here. If that keeps happening, quiet lady, I'm saying something. I don't know. I'm really tired. I didn't get that much sleep last night. Let me try that again. So basically, there was a cutscene before, or after the end of day. But before the checkpoint, so I'm going to insert that in here, and then we will go ahead and continue with the game. Alright? Alright. See you in a bit.
Mr. Boyd, I'm going home. Do you need anything?
Oh, no, don't go. I need to talk to you. I won't keep you long. I just need to make one phone call, and I'll be right out, okay?
Of course, Mr. Boyd.
Do you know what time it is?
I didn't mean, well, maybe I did. Guess I'm a son of a bitch.
Jack? Good Lord, Jack, I wanted to talk to you. Was wondering if you'd call. How do you feel?
I'm good, Mrs. Markham. Better than ever. The back pain is gone, the insomnia is gone, my hair is growing back, and my pathological indecisiveness seems to have run off somewhere.
Jack, if you think I had anything to do with that...
I'll waste no more time trying to think, Mrs. Markham. Every second counts. There's a lot to do. And one of those things is finding Laura.
Jack, your tone is scaring me.
Good. Turns out I have a knack for that. Scaring people. So, Mrs. Markham, I'm going to look for my wife, and if you somehow get in my way, I'll send a special squad to your house. First they'll throw your dog in the fire, then they'll arrest you for prostitution.
What? What the prostitution?
Sometimes it's necessary to invent charges. It's not like I can arrest you for being an unbearable bitch. Emma, I need a detective.
Oh, of course, Mr. Boyd. What shift?
No, not one of ours. A private detective.
Oh.
I know that when your father stole your mother's jewelry and left her, you hired a private investigator. You didn't go to the police.
You know, Mr. Boyd, it was a family problem, and we felt that it would...
I understand perfectly, Emma. You don't need to explain anything. I'm in a similar situation. As you might have heard, my wife left the house. She's missing, you could say.
I'm not sure what you're...
I know you've heard all about it. I want her found, but I don't want the department involved. Same reason you didn't. So I decided to hire your private detective. Think you can arrange it?
Oh, of course, Mr. Boyd. I'll call him and arrange everything. And don't worry, he'll keep it a secret.
Fine. What do you need from me?
Well, just gather all the information that might be useful and put it in an envelope, bring it to me, and I'll take it to him.
Good. Okay, take the day off tomorrow and get a good night's sleep. The day after tomorrow, I'll have that envelope for you.
Alright, so we are back. Day 61, September 13th, Friday. Let's go ahead and take a look at the news. Farmer claims government poisoned harvest. And let's see, what else? The crocodile found in inner city river. And then projectionist accidentally plays porn at last picture show. Hey. Got my new hot rod. Let's see here. What do we got going on? There was a fire at my daughter's school, and my little girl was seriously burned. She's in intensive care. Can I go to her? Yes. It looks like the janitor hasn't been around to clean toilets today. I don't care about you, but I care about cleanliness of my intimates. Can I go home? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. No. Yesterday, I lost a bet and swallowed my car key. Last night, I was pooping blood. I think I better go to the hospital. That is the most ridiculous thing, Beard. You really have not... Your coolness factor just dropped down, pretty much like your energy. But yes, I'm going to say come in tomorrow. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? No. I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? No. I was up all night reading... What is the deal? I was up all night reading an exciting detective story called The Last Temptation. But I almost didn't have to get the ending. I'm almost certain that the killer is Miss Clemens, but I can't rest until I know for sure. Can I go home and finish reading the book? No. Come on, guys. You're professionals. This is a police force. What is the deal with Robbins and Birch? I guess that's the alcohol thing. We'll see. They both guys are pretty professional. That's very disappointing. But what can you do, right? All right. So here we go. We're gonna choose another song to play. We're gonna go to the catalog first. And excuse me. Let's buy the String Quartet by I missed it. Never mind. Let's see. String Quartet by by Alexander Borodin. I don't know if I pronounced that right. If I'm not a classical music person by any stretch of the imagination. All right. Here we go. For several years, we have constantly been pestered by the LGB organization with the constant whining about gay rights. Recently, things have been relatively quiet, but last week, 3 high school teachers were fired under laws banning the promotion of homosexuality among adolescents. These teachers spread LGBT brochures among our school children, teaching them tolerance. We dismissed them fairly and according to law, but activists are gathered outside the school rioting and protest. The children aren't there to learn about men kissing and all the rest of the circus. The participants need to be taught a lesson, so they'll think twice about climbing until they climb out of their holes. Let's see. The LGB protest. 150 gays and lesbians have gathered at the school demanding to talk with the administration. The headmaster refused to open dialogue and locked himself in his office. Let's see. We'll send the paddy wagon. And we will send, Birch and Robbins, Shaw, and Clovich. And we need to send the SWAT. Okay. Sure, why not? Okay. Jack, the teachers were actually fired according to local law, barbaric as it is. Really? However, the protesters have a right to assemble and express themselves as long as no one is in danger. I have a couple ideas about how you can cover yourself if things go sideways. Wow. Okay, evidence against Martin Robbins. Evidence against the church. We forged a letter complete with a church seal, listing secrets that you supposedly shared in the confessional a few years ago. We'll redact it so the prosecutor won't get any compromising information. We'll add a postscript in which a bishop allegedly requires you to punish the sodomites, threatening otherwise to disclose your list of sins. You know, honestly, that sounds like something Boyd would do. Most likely because that will never go anywhere. Or do you really want to buy this? Yes. Let's see. Here's your salary. City Hall hopes we won't disappoint. Suburb threatening phone calls. Old Paget said this is the second time a man called her on the phone and threatened her, saying he's going to feed lead to her whole family. Heard some men laughing in the background, talking about how they can't wait to finally try out their new machine guns on live targets. Said Mrs. Paget, I'm quite a well-known political activist in Freeburg, so the threats could be related to my work. Cecil? Strong? Robbins? Gurin? Medford? SWAT is busy at the moment, so we'll send one more. That looks a little rough. Here goes nothing. We're already busy today. We've already sent out most of our force, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. So that's going to be a bit rough. How are you guys doing, by the way, while we wait for this to transpire? I'm doing okay, although, like I said, didn't get much sleep last night. Suppress the protest by force, yes, because that's what we always do. Look, we're equal opportunity excessive force users, whether it's the LGB or women's rights or anything like that. You know, we're very equal opportunity. We treat protests in exactly the same way. That's how you know that Freeburg is a progressive city. So we're going to go send Vendel, because he's the only person we have left. Hopefully that will be enough to kind of tamper down on the situation. Alright, so we've got all kinds of stuff going on. People are going to come back soon. Then we'll be able to do it. Okay, Freeburg High School, prostitution. Russian Sophia is enraged at the presence of prostitutes along with a road at the outskirts of the city. Apparently there are a dozen prostitutes lined up, and they're practically throwing themselves at the passing vehicles. Some are exposing various assets. in an attempt to attract customers. Get over here right away and deal with this shamelessness. I'm not. That's a lot of slots. We're gonna send 2 and the paddy wagon. I hope that'll be enough. Jeez, this is a joke, right? We can't go out there alone. Pick someone else. All right, we're gonna. You get Birch, guys. Okay, you complained, and now you're gonna have to live with that. So, trying to see if we're gonna get back in time, but I don't think so. Okay. Chief, you're crazy. I'm not going out there alone. All right. Well, we may end up missing this one, which is bad. Threatening phone calls report. Okay, there was an offender caught. Officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good stuff. We found automatic weapons. You know, it's not. We can't have it in the hands of those guys who are doing it. Really, it belongs in the hands of professionals. So we're totally gonna bring it to the police station. And Francis Birch was killed in a car accident. According to preliminary reports, it appears he was drunk. Well, darn. He was actually, you know, his professionalism just went up. You remember when he was like almost nothing? You know, it's just sad. But I guess he was just it was just too much for him or something like that. I don't know. So the child molestation thing, offender escaped, which is unfortunate. But, you know, we're doing what we can. Prostitution ring. His officers unharmed. Shaw, Chovich, and everything else went alright. So we did miss one. That's most unfortunate. But I think we're doing alright. Desire Park, mass riot. What is up with people today? There must be something in the water. A hysterical young person just called in shouting, "Good God, the prophecy has come to pass. Dozens of zombies are roaming the park. Just like from the movies. Oh my goodness, vampires, Freeburg is doomed. Send in the National Guard." This sounds like just an individual who's kind of off his rocker. So what we're going to do is we're going to send these 3 guys off to it. Cecil, Medford, and Robbins, just in case it goes a little bit south. I am really disappointed about Birch, surprisingly so. Dude was doing fine and he just turned to the bottle. You don't want to drink if you have a problem. Maybe it's over his son's death or something like that. The man was frightened by a horror film festival. Yep, I kind of figured that was the case. Alright. Whew. Nothing going on here. Sorry for I didn't expect it to be that quiet. Mrs. Kamazi complains her neighbors are arguing very tensely. They're a young, hot-headed couple and sounds like they're about to come to blows. That sounds like just your average, domestic dispute. We will send, let's have Shaw go up there. I'm not gonna send the SWAT. Why would I send the SWAT? Anyways, we're gonna move up with that. And then, I'm just gonna go see. I'll do a prosecute parses. City prosecutors are reason to believe you exceeded your judicial powers during today's protest. We're calling you in for official questioning. Yeah, kind of figured that was gonna happen. Suspicious individual. A woman says she found out for evening she noticed a black guy in a hood following behind her. So to get away from him, but I'm afraid this jerk is lurking in the park, waiting for one of the other girls. Other girls? What exactly is going on in that park? Alright. Send Robbins, Samadhi, and Cecil. Let's go ahead and send that off. Still got plenty on the force right now, so that's good. And as sad as it is, Birch will be, we will keep him in the morgue over a couple of days, I think. Domestic disturbance, no one was quarreling. The man was working out to a loud TV. The woman was making a salad, cut her finger rather badly, and was running to a neighbor's to call an ambulance. Her husband was only trying to stop the bleeding with a towel. Alright, well there you go. Attempted murder on the playground. Hurry, there's some guys here caught a transvestite and decided they'd work him over. They stripped off the guy's tights, and they started acting like they're going to lynch him with them. They say they're going to hang him over the bar. That could potentially be serious. So we're going to send Vandal, Robbins, Medford, and Gurin. And the paddy wagon. Do you want... Let's keep Medford in our back pocket, because we don't have a lot of people back yet. Suspicious individual report. The man in question is a medical student who also runs at night. Alright, well, so much for that. Alright, so kind of a strange day. Drug sales report. Okay, we got 3 new frames for that, and then got 1 new frame for that. Let's open our investigation, shall we? First things first, let's go to the details. And wow, that's a lot of frames. Who's on point for this? Okay, so he's in, and Mole is working. Is on the other shift. Turner's on there. Okay, so both of these are on shift A. So we need to work out the details. Let's see here. Saw a little fella in a white jacket. He ordered cherry juice, drinks at the bar. These are for drug sales. I thought they were just here for a little whatever. Well, when the other folks were in the beater guy with his nose in the toilet, I knew the guy in the jacket was up to no good. The man suffered a heart attack and brought on by cocaine use. He lost consciousness, fell down, and hit his head. The man was rushed to intensive care. His condition is serious but stable. Alright, so let's see here. The party. Into the restroom. Get some drugs. Take some drugs. Wind up on the floor. The suspect is Bruno Savini, a student. We're gonna go ahead and pick him up. Let's see. Bruno Savini dedicates most of his time to his studies. You have to send 2 officers. Bruno Savini works at the Atlanta Funeral Home. I'm gonna send it to the University of Freiburg. And we're gonna send Shaw and Samadi. Do we need to bring this? I don't think we need to bring the SWAT for that, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Attempted murder on the playground. The situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. You go ahead, Strong, Cecil, and Chovich. That way we have at least 2 officers back in reserve. So we're gonna wait. Oh, and as far as the other investigation, let's go ahead and see what's going on. Details. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It pulls up the George Sand is lieutenant in Sand Mafia. He manages the flow of arms. He buys guns. So he usually works with a strong arm accomplice, which makes him hard to take down. The warehouse isn't under guard. The door is closed with a padlock. The padlock on the door was broken with a pry bar. We know that. Okay. Weapons. The rare rifles with bayonets, which haven't been seen in World War II, were on the 2nd floor of the warehouse. The rifles were packed in long green boxes. Hauls that out. Let's see here. Vehicles. He works with a strongman usually. Okay, okay, that's right. Okay, got it. The box was transferred to a truck with no plates, covered with a tarp, and moved out. The man behind the wheel was George Sand. The rare rifles with bayonets, which hadn't been used during World War II, on the 2nd floor of the warehouse. The rifles were packed in long green boxes, so we got the green boxes. This is wrong. Okay, so we actually need more boxes, so we can't really do anything with that right now. Okay, so that's the key. So we'll just have to wait on that. We'll have to wait on the results of our other investigation. Alright, I think we got it. We'll see. Drug sales report. What? Wrong place. Oh, come on. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. So what, does that mean that we can't do it? I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow or something. Alright, end the day. We need to do some paperwork for this dead employee. Delay the paperwork, keep the body in the morgue. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that for a bit. We need to earn a little bit of cash. And that's the end of that day. What a strange day. But there you go, right? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and end that. Day 62, September 14th, Saturday. Alright. Twister, strip club owner. My dancers are all feminists. Power to, fem power or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not up on my political slogans these days. Police Academy student selling cocaine. Crazy Arms film flop. Police Academy student selling cocaine? That's not cool.
All the information about Laura, just like you asked.
Mr. Boyd, keep your voice down. Someone could be listening.
Oh, I'm sorry, Emma. It's my first time doing something like this. Here's the envelope. Everything's in there.
Fine. Mr. Boyd, please write for Mr. Fry on this envelope and drop it in the mailbox across the street.
What? I don't want this handled like it's some kind of game.
Mr. Boyd, those are the rules. Now please lower your voice.
Fine. Okay, Emma. I'll put this envelope in the mailbox across the street, just like you said. Wonder how that damn Mr. Fry is going to get an envelope out of the mailbox.
Talking to yourself, Mr. Boyd? And we thought we'd have to catch you at the police station. But it turns out Jack Boyd has come down to meet us personally. Do you know why we're here, Mr. Boyd?
I don't even know who you are.
My name is Eugene Chaffee. I'm a businessman. Rather, a restaurateur. Although I usually tell everyone I'm a businessman. Which sounds better? Businessman or restaurateur?
Oh, I think I've heard of you. You have a restaurant and a slaughterhouse. And you serve refried veal steaks.
Well, refried veal steaks isn't my only business, but perhaps it's what I'm best known for. I thought it was time we meet Mr. Boyd, and my friend here. I believe you're already acquainted. His name is Troy Starr.
Never heard of him. So what do you want, Mr. Chaffee? Looking for a spokesman for your beef products? I recently changed my image and my hair.
Eugene and I really want to help you, Mr. Boyd. Although after our phone call, I've had my doubts. I was making love to my wife, and you called me and told me to fuck myself. That kind of behavior is rude and inappropriate, Mr. Boyd.
I didn't mean to offend you, Mr. Starr. Just thumbing my nose at that prick mayor of ours. You keep making love to your wife, or did I ruin the mood?
There's a nice cafe around the corner. Spare us a couple of minutes of your time, Mr. Boyd. Lately, I've been so busy that I rarely get to sit and relax in such a nice place, and with such interesting company.
Get to the point, Mr. Chaffee. I'm busy, too. In fact, I think I hear some teenagers next door robbing and raping an old woman. Maybe she's your aunt.
You see, Mr. Boyd.
Good morning. What do you want?
A big mug of beer.
We don't serve big mugs of beer.
Then a small mug of beer.
We don't have beer in any size glasses. This is a family restaurant. Moms and dads
You
come
still
with
have
small
beer at a
children.
family restaurant?
I can bring you a lollipop to suck on.
Monica, where's your famous charm? Bring the gentleman a beer. I'm sure you've got a bottle under the counter. Check between the dead cats and the dried heads of your ex-boyfriends. This man,
everyone's
by the way,
just like-
is your police chief.
Don't be silly. The police chief has a bald spot the size of a toilet seat.
So, as I was...
Oh, I'm sorry, Eugene. It's Rogers. Probably forgot how to wipe his ass.
When you're 82, Troy, you'll probably forget you need to wipe your ass at all. But very well, run along. We can continue without you. So, Mr. Boyd, as you may already know, the official job of my old friend Mr. Starr is to cause trouble for you. But believe me, it's not out of malice. It's to maintain his cover at City Hall. But to somewhat balance out this trouble, I've decided to help you out. Every day, pay close attention to your morning newspaper, Mr. Boyd. You'll find messages hidden among the pages. Simple notes, but make no mistake, the information you'll find there is extremely useful. You see, Troy Starr isn't my only spy. That's it, Mr. Boyd. I told you it would only take a couple of minutes. I wouldn't want to disturb you while you're enjoying your drink. Keep in touch, my dear little cupcake. Oh, yes, I'm quite good at puns.
That wasn't a good pun.
Never imagined what meeting Robespierre would be like.
I kind of figured that
But I
too.
certainly didn't figure the first thing he'd do was buy me a drink. Getting them to serve a beer at a family cafe? And this Robespierre has some strange superpowers. Strange, but not entirely useless.
Alright, there we go. While I was climbing up the stairs, I started feeling a little dizzy. Can I have the day off? Yeah, I guess so. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yeah, I'll send one more. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? One other one. Too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? No. I was up all night reading The Last Temptation of Neptune. Reading a book? No. Alright. We will start the day with Back in Business by Carrie Burton. Hopefully I won't be flagged by YouTube. So here we are. Chief, we heard enough about you during church service. We quit. By offended employees. Really? Wow. You guys? Oh! Wow. I guess we get to do some hiring today, huh? Prosecution's office. Don't forget we prepared for an upcoming hearing with the prosecutors. Hearing September 15th, 1 day left. I'm pretty sure your staff is preparing a plot. Wow, even better. Wow. Okay, fine. You know what? Whatever. Screw you guys. Screw all of you guys. All of a sudden, it's just like, I come back, the dude who was previously running this place was awful at it, and now I'm the one who everyone's mad at. I don't get it. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna need to hire some more personnel. We have 4 slots. 3 officer slots and 1 detective slot. So we can hire a detective for shift B. Not really a lot of, no, actually, yeah, Nick Hunter, sure. And then for the market here, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Once we declare Birch dead, we'll have more. So 2 for this wave, and then 2 for shift B and 1 for shift A. That's what it boils down to. Patricia Anderson, we'll hire you for shift B. What's our professionalism like on shift A? We've actually got quite a few good people. Alright, so we will hire Ken Shapiro also for shift B. And then for shift A, we will hire Justin Flores. Seems good. Alright, so the lead detective is not on the scene, so we need to send Kachi and Griffith, and we will send... Do we need to send SWAT? I don't think we need to send SWAT. This is really... He's just a university student. Without the lead detective, there's a low chance of success. Are you sure you want to send in the cops alone? Yes. We're just going there to pick him up. Theft at a construction site. Elderly security guard Robert Childress saw 6 people break through a hole in the fence around a construction yard, climb the site, and start filling a cart with bricks. First, the guard was only worried about the stolen building materials, but when the thieves started climbing to more dangerous construction areas, he began to fear for their lives. These idiots are going to get themselves killed. You've got to hurry. Purdy, Yancey, J Boogie, and Butinsky. Go ahead and make me proud. We have a robbery in the ghetto. A young man has just been robbed, called in a report. He came through the gate with a knife and demanded my wallet. I tried to run, but he caught me and pushed me to the ground. In addition to my wallet, he took my watch, shoes, and even my belt. My mother gave that to me. Let's go ahead. Ozaki and Shaw. Go ahead and take care of that. Mafia assignment. Jack, we have something going down today at Suburb. At Suburb? Really? At 11:40. We don't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 500 should be enough with such a request. Let's see. One of the suspects was running around and almost fell down an elevator shaft. He's standing right next to the edge, and there's terror in his eyes. Push the suspect into the elevator shaft. Easy, kid. It's a long way down. There we go. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Alright. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I think we'll make it. 6, 5, 4. What the heck? From question mark to question mark. Mr. Boyd, you probably don't know me and suppose it's just as well. As for what I do, you probably wouldn't approve, so I won't trouble you with any unnecessary details to get straight to the point. For one very specific, let's call it an operation, I need 3 dead police officers, 1 female and 2 male. Race, age, and gender. I'll return in a couple of days to collect the bodies. We don't want them to start decomposing. What? No. Let's see. Drug possession. Eddie's Burgers. Eleanor Compton went to wash her hands before eating, but wandered into the cafe's kitchen by mistake. I looked around and saw several bags of white powder. I know cocaine a mile away. I watch TV. Could also be flour, right? It's probably flour, too. We will dispatch 2 officers just in case. Drug sales report. We caught the offender. Excellent work, ladies. The case is closed. Excellent. Robbery report. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Good stuff. So 11:40 is the one when the mafia shows up. I think we can afford to let that one go. Animal assault in the suburb. A man just called in. His voice was high-pitched and shouted, "Start help, police! Some kind of beast broke into my apartment and is running all everywhere. God, one bite for this thing and I'm dead. Hurry!" Let's see. Do we want to send people out? Drug possession. Mr. Compton saw several transparent bags picked with ordinary salt and mistook the contents for cocaine. See, called it. Oh, do we do it or not? No, we're just gonna go ahead. Double homicide. Wow. An unidentified man who was unable to pay at the checkout reacted by killing the cashier, then the security guard, and fled the scene. Wow. Okay. Mole, I need you to step up, and I'm gonna put DeBrito on as backup. We'll just let this one go. Thank you, Christopher Sand. Here's the amount we agreed upon. Animal assault. A large wasp got into the man's house. What? Really? Okay, I guess it's a false alarm and just let things go. Wonder why they needed to terrify him like that, but whatever. What a strange couple of days. It's been very weird. Investigations. Affairs. Police station. Let's see. Is there anything in the backlog? Mafia assignment. Okay, we still got stuff going on. Cop hunt. Alright, so that's going on. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is the log of stuff that's actually happened. Interesting. Okay. What does the snitch say? I'm pretty sure your staff is preparing a plot against you. Chief, we heard enough about you during church service. We quit. That's interesting and weird. You know what? That sounds just creepy, that dead bodies thing. I have to wait 2 days for the next one. Investigation trap. Threaten the mafia will intimidate members. The committee before the hearing at the prosecutor's office. So I think I'm already covered with that. Rape at the city center. Since he justified a complaint against workmen at our building, it appears he's been very vocal and follows her around. I've never seen such a horrible jerk. Punish him. So wait, there actually wasn't any actual assault or anything like that? Kachi, Griffin. Actually, let's send Purdy along. I want to keep one more really high professional on our arrestor here. Let's see. The double homicide has started. Surveillance camera. The tall middle-aged man was dressed in an unbuttoned gray shirt and a white t-shirt. Upon entering the store, he went right for the alcohol, picked up a six-pack of beer, and then headed to the checkout. Miss Arena, I was standing right in front of this guy at the checkout. He seemed pretty suspicious to me. And what a nasty smell. I got away from him as fast as I could, and on the way out, I told one of the guards to keep an eye on him. El Pepe, witness. I was in line with this guy, who was obviously in a hurry and very nervous. He handed the cashier his credit card. When the cashier told him the account was empty, he pulled his gun and shot the poor girl in the head. Then the guard who was standing there nearly tried to grab his gun, but the guy was too fast, and he finished him off. Wow. Me and my partner Ron were talking when a woman came up and said we should watch the strange man at the checkout. Ron went over there, then I saw the flash and I heard shots, and this guy was rushing the exit with his beer. I was in such a shock that I didn't have time to do anything. Didn't even have a chance to get my gun out. I'm about to go inside and suddenly this idiot jumps out and almost knocks me over. I didn't have time to yell or anything. He just jumped on his bike and left. Alright, well, we got some details on that from the witnesses, and we'll just basically wait for some frames. I'll have to remember tomorrow to put a couple of additional detectives on. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Robert Delvin, country houses. I need 4 police today. It's a very important day for my daughter, and she's getting married. I want everything to be perfect. a very powerful businessman. We're talking the kind of success you can't get without making enemies, so no surprises today. I could do without the trouble. Budinsky, Shaw, J. Boogie, and Ozaki. Go ahead and help out with that situation there. Rape report. Maintenance worker Billy Sue's behavior City Jessica complained about had only whistled as the girl passed by. I mean, catcalling still isn't all that cool, but, you know. It's not exactly harassment, strictly speaking. At least the harassment that gets the police involved. Alright, let's see. We're not going to get our police back. According to an anonymous source, a house registered Ernest Franklin is being used to produce and store large quantities of drugs. Mr. Franklin has a record a mile long, including illegal weapons and drug charges. The last time we had him in here, just opened fire on some teenagers for climbing onto his yard to retrieve a baseball. I'm going to go and send Griffith and Yancey, and we're going to send the paddy wagon. Oh, great. Well, I guess not. Woo! Got them back. Oh, dexterity, yo. Alright, I'm going to send all 4 of y'all. 3 of y'all. I'll keep Yancey in the back just in case. Disorderly conduct in a residential area. We're really starting to feel the crunch of Robert Delvin report. Boss, everything went perfectly. We started off serious, all business, but then the pretty... Oh, they're all plastered. We ended up eating cake with the newlyweds. It was a great day. Thank you, Mr. Boyd. $4 grand. That's cool. And, oh, fabulous. This is... Why? Why did you guys get sloshed? That's the last thing I need right now. We'll wait till these guys get back, and then just gonna do the best we can. Alright. Man, this is great. Situation is already more serious than we thought. Send reinforcements, which we've done. Okay. Alright. The passerby saw 2 strange men across the street, smashing the shop in the window of Miss Sofa's furniture store. Then they disappeared inside. Officers? Ozaki and Budinsky, get out there. And then, disorderly conduct with the SWAT. A woman called speaking in awestruck praise. I hear from my wall the trumpet of angels. O Lord, come, behold his glory. The television was right. J. Boogie, Shaw. Send, we'll go with that. Maybe I can send the SWAT? Nope. Great. I think we're gonna miss this one. This is kind of getting tough all of a sudden. We're gonna have to figure out. There's a nightclub, King Louis nightclub. Club bouncer says they detained a weird guy who took off his clothes and started molesting girls on the dance floor. Come pick the city up and haul him off. Shaw, you go ahead and do that. And I can't send anybody else. Disorderly conduct. It wasn't trumpeting angels appearing out of nowhere. It was a music school student in the next apartment rehearsing on the tuba. Fortunately, that was a false alarm. And the fact that we didn't dispatch anybody out means we didn't waste anybody. Whoa. Theft report. No new frames were found. Great. Double homicide. Oh, gosh. Got 3 new frames. Everything is falling apart all of a sudden. We'll come back to that in a second. Man and woman struggle to carry a luxurious couch through the broken window and into the van. Drop the furniture right there and put your hands on the head. There we go. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. Oh, what a day. Drug manufacturing. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Well, at least we got one of the big ones. Loot found a ficus. Aww. We're gonna totally ask the Mafia to sell that one. This has just been bizarre today. Public indecency report. Offender escaped. Oh, come on, guys. It's like you're not even trying. Wow, what a day. Was not the best day by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, this is our first kind of like up and down kind of day. But I do think we managed. So that's all that. We'll get our new officers coming in on the next shift. Yancey's probably going to need to take a break. A lot of these people are very, what's the word? Exhausted. These guys are hammered. It's been kind of rough. It's only gotten rougher since Boyd came out of that coma. But anyways, that's enough of that. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been that Catholic Gamer Dude playing This Is the Police. If there is a cutscene, I am going to just let it roll in this videos. So we'll have plenty of cutscenes for this one for today. If not, I will see you next time.